Hey guys, my name's Adam, and this is Nite Core's new EDC27 UHI, the follow-on model to their very successful EDC27. This light is super powerful with 3,100 lumens, 23,500 candela, a beam through of 305 meters, impact resistant to 1 meter, and of course IP54 rated. I'm super excited to check this light out. Let's dive right in. Hey guys, here is Nite Core's new EDC27 UHI. It's a nice iteration on the very successful EDC27. Now with the new light, of course, Nite Core has improved this over the previous iterations, but the big update for this is the two new UHI LEDs, which are proprietary to Nite Core. They're 100 lumens brighter, they're more efficient, and they have a little bit different beam throw to them. So we're going to definitely check that out outside after we do a quick kind of unboxing and overview of this light so you know exactly what you're getting when you order one of these. So first things first, I always kind of like to do a quick kind of unboxing just so you know what you get when you order one of these. I've had this light for a couple weeks now, so I've had a chance to really put it through its paces, but we're going to kick things off with what you get in the box. Okay, in the box you get obviously the EDC27 UHI, and then on the underneath side here, you're going to get a couple goodies when you order this as well. You'll get the USB-A to USB-C charging cable, just in case you don't have one already. I'm going to be using this on my cell phone charger, so I don't really need this, so I'll set that aside. You'll get the standard warranty card and instruction manual, which you don't need since you're watching this video. You'll know everything there is to know about this particular light. And then you get a nice paracord lanyard. I really like these little lanyards they're doing these days. They're a little bit different than what they used to do. But it's got a little carabiner on the end, and it's got a little paracord on here, so it's nice to wrap around your wrist, or if you want to just put something on the end of it so it's easy to pull out of your backpack when you find it at the bottom or whatever, it's a nice option. So that's what's in the box. You don't have a lot of extra things that you don't need, but you have everything you do need. So good job, Nite Core. All right, let's take a closer look at the EDC27 UHI itself. First of all, it's just a beautiful light made of nice stainless steel, powder coated. It's just a very nice looking light. And you got kind of these textured grips on the side, just really comfortable no matter how you hold it. You know, kind of the tactical style here, traditional style, vertically, horizontally. It just really fits the hand nicely no matter how you want to hold this thing. So good job on the form factor. And that's really why you would buy a light like this instead of one of the cylindrical ones. It's the nice low profile form factor. It's just really comfortable to carry. It kind of carries like a pocket knife, and you know, you get the same amount of power and in a much more convenient package. As far as the size and weight goes, this light comes in at 5.33 inches long, 1.24 inches wide, and 0.87 inches thick at the thickest point. That's including the pocket clip. If we don't include the pocket clip, we're sitting at about 5/8 of an inch. Pretty good overall. And it comes in at 4.3 ounces, which is really good. So this is a nice compact light that comes in at a reasonable weight. I'd consider this a medium EDC light. It's relatively lightweight and compact, but it really packs a lot of power like some of its bigger lights do. So really dig in the form factor, and as you'll see in a little bit, the power that this little guy punches is truly phenomenal. As far as the battery and charging goes, you have a 1700 milliamp hour battery, and then there's a little cover here for the USB-C port. You just plug it in with a standard USB-C cable. So we'll use this right there. And then on the front LED, of course, you have the overall charge status of the battery. In this case, we're almost full. So we're going to go ahead and unplug it and continue into the UI and brightness settings available with this particular light. On the back, you can see two buttons. We have a power button and a mode button. To turn the light on, you just hit the power button, and it comes on in the last used setting. In this case, it's the ultra low mode, which is 15 lumens. Now you just half press to get into the next setting. We are now at the low mode, which is 65 lumens. Now we're at the medium mode, which is 200 lumens. And then the high mode, which is 1100 lumens. Super bright. And the runtime on that's pretty good, coming in at 1 hour and 35 minutes. Really impressive for a light of this size. Now to get into the turbo mode and the strobe mode, you will use the mode button on the back. So turbo mode is half press on the mode button, and that's going to be your 3100 lumens mode. And as you hold that down, you'll see that there's a meter on the OLED display showing you how much longer it will run in that turbo mode before it needs to step down due to heat reasons. Now for strobe, you will full press on that mode button, so seizure warning. That is your strobe mode, and it's super bright and disorienting at the full 3100 lumens. We'll show that strobe mode to you outside in just a little bit so you can see what it looks like in the real world. You guys always ask me what the runtimes of these particular lights are, and here they are for you. I'll throw a chart up on the display. The ultra low mode is 15 lumens and runs for 55 hours. The low mode is 65 lumens and runs for 14 hours, that's a long time for 65 lumens. The middle mode is 200 lumens, it runs for 4 hours and 20 minutes. The high mode is 1100 lumens and runs for 1 hour and 35 minutes. So on that high mode, you're almost 6x the power of the middle mode, and you only lose about a third of the runtime, actually about a little more than half. That's really good for a high mode, guys. And in turbo mode, you will get to 3100 lumens. There is no runtime stated because it's going to overheat the light before you run out of battery life. And then same for strobe, full 3100 lumens, but the runtime is based on the thermal capacity of the light. It's small enough that when it does get warm, because of that metal chassis and stuff, it dissipates the heat really quickly. Unlike some of the bigger lights, when they get warm, they get really warm and they stay warm for a long time. So yeah, that's the run times for you on this particular light. I'm super impressed with these UHI LEDs. They're super efficient. Now the light does have lockout mode. The way that works is you turn the light on and then you press and hold the power button. You'll see lockout 1 and then lockout 2 show up on the display. That means in lockout 2, the light cannot be turned on with the power or mode button. To unlock the light, you short press and long press the power button, and you'll see the little bar on the display, and the light will turn back on. In this mode, the light will work as it normally does. Now, in order to get in lockout mode 1, you turn the light on, and you press and hold the power button until you see the lock mode 1 emblem, and now you're in lockout mode 1. Lockout mode 1 is similar to lockout mode 2, where the power button does not work, but the mode button will work. So you have the strobe and the 3100 lumens modes available to you. So it kind of turns you into a tactical light, which is nice. The power button won't accidentally turn on and drain your battery, but your momentary button will still have the tactical function. So I really like lockout mode 1, and it's pretty easy to get in and out of. There's not some weird button combinations. You just literally push and hold the power button when the light's on. And again, to get out of lockout mode, you short press and long press. You'll see the display bar on, and you are out of lockout mode. One of the features some people didn't like about the Nitecore EDC27 is when you're in the full power mode, if you put your hand in front of it really close, it would step down. You saw how it just stepped down to kind of protect the light a little bit. And then when you pulled your hand away, it wouldn't step back up. And that was kind of a safety feature. But this light, as you just saw, even though the light just stepped down there, when I move it away, it powers back up to full power. So that's pretty cool. It still has the safety function of, if something's too close, like in your bag or something like that, it's going to protect the light and protect your bag and jacket and stuff like that. It won't burn a hole through it, because these things can get pretty warm if something's too close in front of it. But one of the problems some people are having is if they're in a car and they're trying to shine this out a window, that little sensor in front would be detecting the car window or something like that and going into low power mode. So that was really inconvenient if it's raining outside or something like that and you're just trying to shine the light through the window to see what's going on. The light wasn't going to full power. With this new one, you don't have to worry about that anymore. If it steps down, you just back the light up away from the window a little bit and it powers right back up. So really good to see Nitecore implement that. They're really good at listening to their customers when something could be improved or fixed. They take it to heart and they actually try to make their products better. And I really appreciate that about them. Okay, that's enough of me yammering about how much I love this light. Like I said, I've been using it for a couple weeks now. I've been super impressed with it. Let's go ahead and take this thing outside so you guys can see exactly what this thing looks like out in the wild. All right, guys, welcome to my testing area, AKA my backyard. And just gonna give you a quick overview here. This is a wall that's about 60 feet from the camera. We have a couple planters here, a big tree above, the fence, and my house. This will give you a general idea of the beam color, the hotspot, and how floody this light is. So let's start with the ultra low lumens mode, which is 15 lumens. And as you can tell, you can't really see very much on the back wall or anything like that. But if I put my hand directly in front of the camera, you can easily see my hand. So for reading maps and stuff like that, it'd work pretty well. And hopefully it wouldn't blow out your night vision. All right, here's the low setting, which is 65 lumens. And this works well for like, putting the keys in your front door or something like that. Or if you left something under the bed, you can definitely see it lighting up the ground below. You kind of see the fence on the side, the house, but it's having some trouble reaching that back wall there. Stepping up to the media mode, this is the 200 lumens mode. And you can definitely tell that it's illuminating the ground much better. I can go out and touch the back wall pretty easily. You can clearly identify the pots. Pretty good. I like the hot spot. It's a nice even hot spot. There's not any real sharp edges or anything. It looks like a pretty even hot spot overall. Now stepping up to 1,100 lumens, you can tell that just covers the entire back wall. If I shine it up a little bit, you can see the entire tree. Side of my house is very clear. And as I sweep around the ground here, you can tell it just really covers the area nicely. The hot spot is at this distance probably about 10 feet tall, very even. It's not a floody beam. As you look at the back wall there, you don't see a whole lot side to side. You don't see much of the fence or the house. You're definitely seeing a lot of exactly what the light is pointed at, which is really good for an EDC light. You're not looking to light the whole area. You're looking to light up things that you're interested in, and you will point the flashlight that direction. So if I point the light at the far right pot there, you can see that the far left pot is not very illuminated. If I do the center pot, you can see the two pots to either side are somewhat lit, but the center pot is definitely lit more intensely. Okay, next is the turbo mode, which is 3,100 lumens, and it's very bright. As you can see, it covers almost that entire back wall of light. Pointing it at the center pot there, it just completely covers the pot. You saw it just step down a little bit there. It is getting warm because I've been using the light for a little bit, but for that momentary bit, it is extremely bright. Now, I do like how the light steps down. It doesn't just quit on you like some other lights will. It continues to run at whatever capacity it can while managing its temperature so it doesn't overheat and die on you. I think that's a really important feature because if you're using this light for safety reasons or out in the dark in a situation you're not comfortable with, that's why you have the light, it's not going to just completely quit on you, and I really appreciate that. But for such a small compact package with that much power, you're going to have a limited runtime in the turbo mode, and that's to be expected. Again, with the steel casing on this, it does dissipate heat pretty well. You just got to get a little bit of time between the different bursts of turbo mode. Okay, the last setting we have is the strobe mode, and that's done by pushing the mode button all the way down, so seizure warning. The strobe mode is extremely disorienting, and it does change the frequency of the strobe, which even makes it harder for someone to figure out and combat you. So again, the point of a strobe mode is to disable someone or disorient them, protecting you in a dangerous situation. And this light does a really good job. So that's it for the outdoor testing. Let's go ahead and take this inside for our final conclusion. Okay, so we're back inside from outside testing, and that's kind of everything about the light. I really like this thing. It's relatively simple overall. There's not a lot of extra buttons and switches for you to get tangled up with. It's everything you need and nothing you don't. I love how slim and compact this thing is and how much power it packs in this teeny package. It carries kind of like a pocket knife. It's not super big and bulky, and yeah, like I said earlier, I think this is a good medium-duty EDC light for everyday carry. It's not a huge light like what maybe a security officer or something would be carrying, but that's not the purpose of this light. If you needed a big security officer type of light, you would go buy a 3-pound light. I mean, I've had pocket knives that are heavier than this light. So, just buy the correct tool for the job, right? And for this light, it is a perfect EDC light. And even for camping and stuff like that, I think it's going to be a really good solution for you guys. So that was my quick and dirty overview of Nitecore's EDC27 UHI, which has those new UHI LEDs, which are proprietary to Nitecore. Nobody else has those. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button below. It helps the channel a lot. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell icon so you're the first to be notified when I release new videos just like this one. Cheers!